on Saturday in Monroe. They ran the ball effectively, and that generally does not happen to you guys very often, certainly not over the course of an entire game. What did they do that was successful, and or what did you see that you guys wish you had done better?
Okay, one thing, they were over-blocking and going up to the linebacker, and our defensive end, as he was stunting in there, was stunting too vertical, and he was overrunning the back. Something simple, and so we got that corrected closer to the end, but before we got it corrected, it wasn't very good.
Okay. So let's fast forward to this week. Georgia Southern, gives you some very unique challenges, ones you don't really see as much in this league. It's a little different than I think maybe the traditional Georgia Southern we've seen, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of a triple option. No matter, it doesn't matter if they set up in wings, if they set up in a power look, if they do split backs, it still ends up being kind of the same assignments throughout.
Exactly. They're a triple team. They get into it different ways. The last two games, they've done a better job of getting under center and showing you something that you got to practice that they hadn't early in the year. So it's just the preparation for that is a little bit harder. But overall, it's still assignment football. It's knowing how to match numbers, and that's a key. Getting ready for them, you got to be able to match their numbers.
What are the big pressures on your two guys inside? What are the things they're going to have to manage as far as keeping eyes on everybody? Because there is a little more of a passing threat to Georgia Southern now than maybe we've seen in the past.
Well, the one thing that in the passing threat, it's more of our safeties and corners, because we're playing option football that they've got to do an incredible job, and it's the pressures on them is I can't explain how hard that is, and still be able to come up and force the run. So that's difficult. And for us up front, there's a lot of, if we play well in the run game, is how we fit the game, how the inside linebackers fit the game and outside backers. So it's going to be important to stop the run, that we do an outstanding job of assignment football. And like I said, matching numbers that they give us, and understanding how they're getting to those numbers, how they're trying to get one more than you can get there. So that's going to be the key to it.
As far as the offensive line goes, how are they playing right now? I don't know if anything's changed since early in the season. Sometimes you change the coaching, but it's still the same offense being called. What are they trying to do up front?
The difference is whenever you're in the gun, you're in the triple is a little bit. It's a different because it's more zone. Where when you're under center, it's totally different, because then it's all about angles, and it's coming off and just blowing angles. And so, they're kind of going through that, see what they, it'll be interesting to see which direction they try to get to, and we just got to be able to, be able to play both of them.
Thanks. Good luck this week, Dave.